They say a woman's worst enemy is another woman, but no one ever expects the enemy to be her own sister. Amara had everything a woman could dream of: beauty, wealth, and the love of the most powerful man in the neighboring village. But not everything that glitters is gold. This is the story of how the very person she trusted the most betrayed her, how her younger sister became pregnant with her husband's child, and how she found the strength to rise again. The day Chief Obinna chose Amara, her family rejoiced. He was the most powerful man in the village. A man who could have any woman he wanted, yet he picked her. Marrying a rich man was every girl's dream, and she had won the grand prize. The wedding was filled with drums, dancers, and a feast that people talked about for months. She felt like a queen, stepping into her new life with pride. As tradition demanded, her younger sister, Nkechi, was chosen to escort her to her husband's home. Nkechi was just 18, innocent and full of admiration. "Sister, your husband is so kind," she would say, her eyes shining. Amara smiled, believing her sister was simply happy for her. Little did she know that admiration could turn into something much more dangerous. Nkechi settled in well. She was Amara's companion in that big house, helping with chores and keeping her company during Obinna's long business trips. She was like a shadow, always there, always eager to please. Her husband treated Nkechi like a younger sister, or so she thought. Obinna would bring home gifts, not just for Amara, but for Nkechi too. At first, she found it sweet. "A happy home means keeping the family happy," he always said. And she believed him. Marriage was not as easy as she had imagined. Obinna was busy, and she often found herself alone. Nkechi became her comfort, the person she shared her thoughts with. But sometimes, she would catch Nkechi looking at him strangely. Sometimes, she would walk into a room and feel like she had interrupted something. She ignored the warning signs, too blinded by trust to see what was right in front of her. 3 months after the wedding, Nkechi began acting strangely. She was always tired, barely eating, and throwing up in the mornings. "Are you sick?" Amara asked one evening. Nkechi hesitated. "I think it's just something I ate." Amara thought nothing of it until she found one of Nkechi's wrappers, stained with morning sickness. Her heart pounded. Something was not right. "Nkechi, what's going on?" she demanded. Nkechi burst into tears. "Sister, I'm pregnant." "Pregnant?" Amara was shocked. "With who?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Her sister's silence was deafening. And then she said it, the name that shattered Amara's world. "Chief Obinna." For a moment, Amara couldn't breathe. "You're lying." Nkechi fell to her knees, crying. "I never meant for it to happen. He said he loved me too." Amara felt her knees buckle. Her husband, the man who had vowed to love her, the man she had given her life to, had betrayed her. And her own sister had let him. She wanted to scream, to slap her, to undo what had been done. But the damage was already there, growing inside Nkechi. Her own blood carried her husband's child. That night, Amara waited for Obinna. As soon as he walked in, she threw Nkechi's stained wrapper at him. "Explain this." He sighed, his face calm. "Amara, it happened. I won't deny it." His arrogance stunned her. "How could you? She was here, young and beautiful. I couldn't resist." She felt like she had been slapped. Her husband had no shame, no guilt. And Nkechi? She just stood there, her hands over her stomach. The news spread like wildfire. Women whispered when Amara walked past, shaking their heads in pity. Her mother wept. Her father stormed into Obinna's compound, demanding justice. "You defiled my daughter," he shouted. Obinna did not flinch. "She is carrying my child. She will be my wife." The ground beneath Amara seemed to disappear. He had already decided. He was going to marry her sister. Amara's mother begged her father, "We must take Nkechi home." But her father, ever practical, said, "She is pregnant. He must take responsibility." Amara turned to Nkechi, expecting regret. But all she saw was something worse, hope. Nkechi still believed he loved her. She had already accepted her fate. The decision was clear. Amara could not stay in a house where her own sister would soon become the second wife. She packed her things, her dignity her only possession. As she stepped out, Nkechi called her name. "Sister, please." Amara turned to her, heartbroken. "I hope you never feel what I feel right now." And then she walked away. Starting over was not easy. Amara returned home, drowning in shame. People whispered, but over time, she found strength. She learned a trade, built a business, and found peace. Nkechi gave birth to a son. But her happiness did not last. Soon, Obinna took another wife, and another after that. She became just one of many. The same pain she helped cause her sister came back to her tenfold. Years later, Amara had rebuilt her life, while Nkechi had lived through the same pain she once helped cause. Nkechi visited Amara. Her face was tired, her heart heavy. Now, she stood before her sister, carrying the weight of regret. "Sister, please, can we talk?" Amara looks up. Her face is calm, unreadable. For a long time, Amara said nothing. She had waited for this moment. "I was blind. I thought he loved me. I thought I had won, but I was just a fool." She wipes her tears, her voice shaking. "I hate you in a way I can never take back. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I need you to know, I am sorry." She kneels, her hands trembling. "I was your sister, and I betrayed you. I will never forgive myself." Amara closes her eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath. She looks at Nkechi, then steps forward, lifting her up. "You were my sister then, and you are my sister now." A long pause. Nkechi stares at her in shock. "I won't lie and say the pain is gone, but I won't hold on to it anymore. I let go of you once, but I won't let hate keep us apart forever." Nkechi sobs, holding Amara's hands. "I don't deserve your kindness." Amara smiled. "Maybe not, but we all learn, one way or another. Betrayal is a cycle, but people have the power to break it. Wealth is not love. Power is not loyalty. And no woman should ever build her happiness on another's tears." That's the end of the story. And what do you think about Nkechi's apology? If you were Amara, would you have forgiven her, or walked away forever? Have you ever been betrayed by someone close to you? How did you handle it? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful African tales filled with wisdom and life lessons. Thank you for watching.